Hey there. So, if you've ever had a broken bone, you're probably all too familiar with that hard, white shell of a plaster cast. But today, we're going to look past that outer layer. We're going to discover the hidden but absolutely essential component that makes all the difference in healing. Let's jump right in.
All right, so let me ask you something. What do you think is the most important part of a cast? Now, your first guess might be the plaster or the fiberglass, the stuff that gives it all that strength. But the real hero, well, it's actually the layer you never even see, the one that's right up against the skin.
But before we can really appreciate the solution, we have to understand the problem it's designed to fix. So let's talk about the challenge that's lurking right under that hard plaster shell.
I mean, just think about it. Imagine wrapping some rough, hard material directly on your skin and leaving it there for weeks. Ouch. That's pretty much what a cast would be without any protection. Plaster is abrasive, and putting it right on the skin can cause all sorts of irritation and discomfort, and it can even get in the way of the healing process itself.
So here's the deal. The skin, especially around a sensitive, injured area, absolutely needs a soft protective barrier. And this isn't just about feeling comfortable. It's about creating the right environment so your body can focus all of its energy on mending the bone instead of fighting off skin problems at the same time. And that is where the purpose-built solution comes in. It's a product designed specifically for this exact problem, Orthoban padding. So let's dig into what it is and, more importantly, how it works. To put it simply, Orthoban is just a really absorbent cotton padding. Its entire job, its whole purpose in life, is to be that critical protective layer we were just talking about. It sits right between a person's skin and the hard plaster cast. It's the soft buffer that makes the whole system work. But it's so much more than just a simple cushion. To really understand how to use it properly, we need to look at its 4 key functions. Each one plays a really vital role in making a cast that's both effective and comfortable.
Okay, so first, and this is the most obvious one, it protects the skin from that rough plaster. Second, by doing that, it helps create the perfect environment to promote healing. Third, and this is something people don't often think about, it actually makes taking the cast off way easier and safer. And finally, for the doctor or technician applying the cast, it creates a perfectly smooth base to work on.
And this slide really shows you the genius of it, right? It's got this dual benefit. For the patient, it's all about comfort and protection, padding that super sensitive skin around the injury. But for the medical professional, it's a technical tool. It gives them a smooth, even surface, which makes sure the plaster goes on correctly and that the final cast is as strong as it needs to be. Now, of course, like any medical tool, it only works if you use it correctly. And a huge piece of that puzzle is picking the right size for the job. So let's see why that's so important. So Orthoban comes in a few standard widths, 4, 5, and 6 inches. And this choice is not random at all. It's a key part of the technique. A medical professional will choose the right width depending on the part of the body. So a narrower roll for something like a wrist and a wider one for a leg. It's all about getting that even, complete coverage with no bunching or gaps. Getting the size right is absolutely the critical first step to building a proper cast. So when you put all of these pieces together, the right material, the right functions, and the right size, what's the result? Well, it's simple. You get a better, safer, and way more effective cast. Let's just quickly run through that one more time. It protects you from irritation. That, in turn, supports the whole healing process. It makes sure the cast is smooth and even, and it makes removal at the end of it all much, much simpler and safer for everyone. It really is the foundation for a successful recovery. So, the next time you see a cast, remember what's underneath. That quote says it all, the unseen layer that ensures effective healing. It's a great reminder, isn't it? That often, the most important work happens in the layers we can't even see. Makes you wonder what other foundational elements we might be overlooking. Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.